wait a minute, one of the most basic human needs is significance. It's not more money. Money, you only need enough money to solve the problems of not having money. After that, you use money as a vehicle to meaning.
You use the fighter jet crop duster analogy a lot, and you were already a fighter jet, and one of the lines that you said was, you were already successful, you were building your business further, then you had all of the anxiety and stuff, and you had to work through that. And one of the lines you said, there's different levels of fighter jets. It's like, you were basically trying to become a faster jet, a more impressive jet, and that really resonated with me because like I was talking to you about earlier, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. It's, I didn't want to stay on that plateau that I was on, and then really kind of like exist laterally on that plateau, like get more dermatology practices, build my business more, because it really didn't appeal to me. I was already at the top of my game, and as a doctor in New York City, I want to do something that was more meaningful, more fulfilling for me. Again, become a better fighter jet. To use your analogy,
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit, man?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's use you as an example here, Doc, because on the surface, and you nailed it. And I've got one friend who's very similar as you, Dr. Mark Casas. He's a dentist. He owned 7 dental practices in Prescott, Arizona. And he came to me. He's like, man, I'm unfulfilled. Like, what do I open 8th practice, 9th practice? Do I start coaching dentists? And we figured out his path. And ironically, it was by way of coaching dentists. And what we found was coaching dentists and helping the ones who didn't belong in dentistry get out of dentistry, because we've all heard about the high suicide rate. And part of it is because they're always telling you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Well, they're saying I hate dentists, but they really are telling you. And so soon that impacts on you. But let's just use an example. You're an established doctor, 2 practices, 1 in New York City. You're part of a country club where you used to, as a young man, valet park the cars. Like, on the surface, you made it. And, maybe there's a Rolex, maybe there's a Cartier on your wrist, whatever there was. And I can relate to that. There you go. Right? Like, I know the archetype. I get it. And if you look at my wrist, ironically, I've got 2 giant watch cases of about $400,000 worth of timepieces that I don't wear even my watches anymore because I've just been so freed. But the point is this. What we realized very quickly, I'm like, man, all right, $50 million empire, $200 million empire, and I still feel the same amount of pressure, the same amount of, I thought there would be something better once I got here. Was I fooled? And then I realized one of the most basic human needs is significance. It's not more money. Money, you only need enough money to solve the problems of not having money. After that, you use money as a vehicle to meaning. And again, another lesson from Kevin. This whole episode should be called Lessons from Kevin Downing. You shouldn't even be interviewing me. You should be But he says, look, Bedros, people need money and meaning. You've developed 7 businesses that all generate millions of dollars. And you come here excited telling me about the 8th business idea that you have. He goes, maybe you're using your business as a way to isolate and insulate yourself and as a pedestal to step on. What about a charity that you can donate to, a cause that you can believe in? And while I was donating to Shriners Children's Hospital, it was haphazardly. Since then, over the last 7 years now, we've donated millions of dollars to Shriners Children's Hospital, Toys for Tots, 91 kids adopted through Compassion International, because I intentionally and deliberately, instead of starting business number 9 and 10, I'd rather chase significance, impact, influence, right? And so I realized very quickly that I can now make less money, not that I want to and I won't, because I use money as a vehicle to impact, but I can make less money and be happier because I've figured out the secret, and the secret is significance. It is a very basic human need, just like certainty is a very basic human need. I want to be certain that I'm going to take my next breath of air. I want to be certain that I have air conditioning and that I have a building to live in and food to eat. But then after certainty, we want a little uncertainty in our life. It's another basic human need. I want to shake things up. I don't want to eat pizza all the time. I want to eat a burger from every now and again. So, and just like certainty and uncertainty, significance is one of the top basic human needs. And as I realized that is a part of impact and influence, I really focused in on that. And as a family, we donate to those 3 causes. We're highly involved in them. I created the project, which is a men's development program. And through the project, we're helping charities and causes that we believe in. And man, I am happier. I sleep better at night, have more peace of mind than I've ever had, where going from 50 million to 100 million to a $200 million company didn't solve the problem. significance and impact did.
Yeah, that's so well said. I think so powerful, man. It really is true.